preparing to do some interfaith visits this spring, our 8th graders began talking about spiritual practices this week. We talked about spiritual practices that are a part of our tradition and that might be a part of the communities that we go to visit. At the top of the list here are the things that the youth came up with on their own: offerings, meditation, prayer, music, dance, burial rituals, rituals that are associated with different stages of life. Next, we read from some Psalms. We read Psalm 122, 131, 130, 133, and 134. And we picked those Psalms because they're short, and also because they are part of the Psalms of Ascent. They're songs that were sung by pilgrims as they were traveling to Jerusalem. So they represent a specific spiritual practice themselves. Here at the bottom of the list, we have the things that the youth recognized being described in those Psalms that we read. Wishing peace, which we connected to passing the peace. If you look up at meditation at the top, we added movement that calms us. And then we had lament. We talked about how interesting it is we have a word specifically for prayers when we're sad or angry. Self-soothing, the practice of presence, keeping watch or waiting, which we also described as attentive patience, humility or becoming humble, ordination, anointing. That was a new one for some of our youth when we described using oil to anoint someone, and unity or reconciliation. Next time we meet, we'll be looking at all of these different spiritual practices and other ones that we might come up with between now and then. And we'll talk about which of them we do in community and which ones we do by ourselves, and what is valuable about being in a community that does spiritual practices together. So I'm curious, what things on those lists were surprising to you? Which ones do you wish you knew more about? And are there spiritual practices that you think we should add to our list?